At AutoMasters LLC, our mission is to serve our community by providing quality automobiles at affordable prices. All of our vehicles are inspected and certified to offer you the confidence in knowing you have a quality vehicle. Our goal is to provide you with a seamless process and positive experience for your automobile purchase. Financing recommendations and specific vehicle inquiries are available at your request. You can find us at www.automasters06.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Also, please feel free to contact Terrence Miles at 601-927-7794. And oh yeah, tell him Sonia sent you.
She say, sports. She say, sports. She say, sports. She say, sports. She say, sports.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sonia, and welcome back to She Say Sports. Today I have with me an amazing young lady, 2024 All-SWAC First Team Honors player and JSU star, Miss Miya Crump. Hi Miya, how are you today?
I'm blessed. I can't complain about anything. I woke up this morning.
Okay, we woke up, girl. We're not underground. That is a blessing. How's it been going since season is ended? You breathing, you taking a break. How's it been going with school and everything?
For me, I didn't have a chance to get a break. With the draft being yesterday.
That's true.
Been having a hire agents go to camps and stuff like that. So my next steps pretty much obvious, just being a professional basketball player.
I love it. And we're gonna get into that. That is awesome. I'm glad you've been doing what you need to do. That's what's up. So Miya, I always ask student athletes, well, any athlete actually, this question because I'm curious as to how you started in a certain sport. But how did your love for basketball begin?
I have 8 brothers.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm the middle child basically. So when I was around 2 or 3, my brother was playing high school basketball in Houston. So I used to always just go to the games. And I don't know. I started doing it just because, they were doing it. And then I ended up actually liking it, or per se loving it.
So. And you have 8 brothers. Do you have any sisters, or you're the only girl?
I'm the only girl.
Are you sick? Wow.
Yep.
Oh boy, I know you. Ooh, I know they gave you a time. I already know. They toughened you up, didn't they?
Yeah, they most definitely did. They part of the reason why I play the way I do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So Miya, let's fast forward to last year. We know you were injured and you couldn't play. But you came back this season on fire. This season you averaged 11.6 points, 6.4 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 1.5 steals. You were a standout player this season, which earned you the All-SWAC First Team Honors this season. And besides it being your senior year and coming back after playing only 7 games in 2022-2023 season, how do you feel about your individual performance this season?
I'm actually proud of myself. I think when a lot of players get hurt, they tend to, when they come back from injury, you have 2 options. Either they get better or they get worse. So I think I had a lot of pressure on myself coming back at first, and a lot of pressure on myself during the first couple games. But then I just had to realize that it's just baby steps. Yeah. This is just something I always been able to do. So there's no need to just come in here and be nervous. Like, I think I was more so worried about hurting myself again, pretty much. I never had a season-ending injury like that. So
okay.
Yeah, but
so that can get in your head. It's a mental thing more than anything.
Yeah, most definitely. This season pretty much was about 85, 90% mental for me. But all in all, I think I accomplished a lot this season that I didn't think would happen. So I'm pretty proud of the season I had this year.
We are too, Maya. And like you said, 80 to 90%. So the 80 to 90% mental was the good mental, like not you got over the injury. You just started. Yeah. And that's where most sports begin in the head. Anything
Yeah.
we do, it starts in our head. So I'm glad you grasped that and moved on. And what was the most challenging part of the season for you?
Finding my place as a leader, just learning how to be the leader.
Okay.
Going, like I said last year, my role on the team was okay, let me rephrase this. The role I thought I had last year is the role that I had this year.
Gotcha.
So I felt like God kind of prepared me for being a leader for my teammates this year, because last year, like, all I could do was talk from the sidelines, and it kind of humbled me a little bit, and it made me become a better teammate. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like that's probably like the best part of this year for me, was becoming a better teammate. I think a lot of young players don't know how to be teammates first. So
that's good, because especially when you're a standout player like yourself, sometimes you just think about yourself, not in a selfish way, but it's just because you're so good, you want to just do what you do. But like you said, it humbled you enough to see that it's a team sport and work together, and you found your place as a leader. So that's awesome. That's awesome, Maya. So Maya, the Lady Tigers had a phenomenal season. Congratulations, undefeated in the SWAC regular season, SWAC champs, and SWAC champions overall. It was just amazing to see how you ladies just gel together. And sometimes, to me, y'all kind of like a second half team sometimes, because, it was just like, what they doing? I'll be nervous. And then coach will talk to y'all and y'all come back and be like, bam, and we win the game. So, but it was amazing to see that, you guys made it to the first round and you played against legendary Coach Gino Ariama. I'm older than you, so I was so excited about that because I've been a fan of his for so many, many years, and the Lady Huskies. We didn't get the win, but how was the experience to play against Coach Gino?
I played against Gino before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't play, but I was when I was at U of H my redshirt year, this was the last time UConn was in the American Conference. So we at home, but it was different from, sitting on the bench to actually being in the game. Gino is a great coach. I can't even lie. It's like when we were trying to operate what we were doing, he was calling it like he knew the plays. Like if he was in practice with us, or he was saying, this person won't shoot, this person won't do this. And it's like I could tell like he really did work on us. Like he didn't take us lightly, basically. Like a lot of teams probably would. Yeah, Gino respected us as an opponent enough to actually prepare. So
I love that. And that says a lot about him, because as many championships as he has had, undefeated seasons as he has had, he, like you said, he respected Coach Reed and Jackson State Lady Tigers enough to know, all right, I saw them against LSU.
Yeah.
They nothing to play with. This they got an undefeated season, so don't let me slip. And he actually turned 70 that day. So that's wisdom on his part as well. So I'm glad to hear that he, well, you could tell when he talked about Coach Reed, he respected ladies. You could tell. But Maya, let's talk about that infamous block goaltending against UConn star Paige Beckler's. Let me tell you something. When I say we was losing it over here, we was screaming. It was bananas in here, because it's just like the boldness and the confidence that you had to go do that. What was going through your head before you tell me that? Before you say that, let me set it up for the people who did not see it. Paige Beckner, who was a star at UConn, looked to have had clear lane to the basket for a layup, but you dashed behind her and took off to block the shot, successfully knocking it away from rolling into the basket. And it was called for a goaltending. However, they called, first of all, way to hustle, the way
Yeah.
you hustled down that court, and you got hops. I mean, we was losing it. It was crazy, and everybody was talking about that for a few days, really
Mm.
about a week or so. And A Smiley on X, formerly known as Twitter, said Miya Crump from Jackson State with the chase down block off the backboard. That might be the first goaltending call play of that nature in women's basketball history. I'm getting chills. Did you know that this is like probably the first time that has ever happened? Do you know of another time that has ever happened? Because I don't remember.
Actually, my teammate last year got called for a basket interference. It's kind of two different things, but I gotta give credit to her first for really actually first,
Okay.
But I ain't gonna lie, mid game is crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy. So what was going through your head? I'm like, I know you're like, I gotta get down here, I gotta stop her. So what was going on at that moment? Do you remember?
Yeah, I most definitely. A couple plays previous to that, we turned the ball over like 2 times in a row. So this was like the 3rd turnover in a row. So I'm just like, bro, okay, I gotta get back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is not the first time I tried that. I've been trying to get me one like that all year. And so when I jumped up, I was just trying to hit the backboard for real. I was not expecting to hit the ball, but as I was like in the air, I tracked the ball. Now I didn't know it was gonna be goaltending. I thought I got it clean.
We thought you had it clean too, but
I thought I got it clean. But when he blew the whistle and he called the goaltending, I was like, hey, I still hit it. Like if you look at the video, I'm turning to the bench, and I had looked and I was smiling because I'm like, hey, I really just hit that. Like I really just blocked that. That was dope. That was a dope time.
The commentators was losing it too. When I say they was giving so many props to Jackson State Lady Tigers and Coach Reed, they talked about y'all almost the whole entire game.
Yeah.
And because people are taking this team serious. This ain't your first rodeo. You done went against Baylor. I don't know if he was with us then, but I'm talking about Jackson State Lady Tigers as a whole.
That was a year before me.
Okay, LSU and now UConn. These are some heavy hitters in the NCAA and nothing to play with. So they're taking this team serious, and I'm so glad to hear that. And like I mentioned, there were so many accolades about that play. I mean, as far as the world, I know you said your teammate did it, but the world saw it. So they're gonna probably just give you that number one, you the first one in history. So congratulations on that. It wasn't the points we wanted, but when I say it was phenomenal, it was phenomenal. Miya, as you know, this week the highly anticipated WNBA was the other night, and it was in Brooklyn, sold out in 15 minutes. Granted, it was only 1,000 seats in the venue, but it's showing that it's so much. It's a lot of eyes on the WNBA and women's sport basketball. Period. Before we get to the number one draft, because we're gonna talk about Caitlin. I want to talk about our girl, our Tiger, Angel Jackson, being drafted to the Las Vegas Aces last night.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? What was your thought when you heard that?
What's crazy? We was out to eat last night. We was out to eat last night. I wasn't gonna watch it at first because I had a little bit of anxiety about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. So we went out to eat. We was watching it, and then all of a sudden, like before it popped up on the actual screen, I seen her name across the bottom getting drafted. So I was like, oh snap! Like Angel got drafted, and I remember we were just all together probably like a week ago at the combine. We all just talking about, bro, that would be crazy. Like if they'll take And so I'm happy for her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm genuinely happy for her. Like, to see the woman that she grew into the 2 years she's been here, to see the player that she didn't grow into, she definitely deserves that.
That's
Most
what's,
definitely deserves that.
yeah. Have you talked to her, and if so, what did she say?
I'm giving her space because I know her phone is
It's
blowing
a
up.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot going on.
We stay in the same apartment, so it's nothing for me to go see. She literally stays right above me, so it's nothing for me to
Okay.
go see her. But I'm just kind of giving her space right now, letting her enjoy the moment. But we'll most definitely be talking soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Please send my congratulations to her. We're so proud of her. You know, the Tiger Nation is we strong and we deep and we really
Yeah.
care for y'all. We really, really do. And Angel Jackson, excuse me, will be the second player under Coach Reed's guidance, being the second player going to the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Baby name Williams, Maisha.
Amisha.
Amisha
Yeah.
Williams. She was the first one 2 years ago. Went to Indiana Fever. So we're
Yeah.
so proud of you guys. We really are. So now let's get to Caitlin Clark. We all know she was going to go #1, and she's going to the Indiana Fever. Her rookie contract is a 4-year deal at $338,056, with making $76,535 the first year. Now, Maya, in the real world, somebody coming out of college making $76,000 is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Think? Do you think?
It is.
Okay.
That's a lot of
Now,
money.
that's a lot of money for a 22-year-old coming out of college.
Yeah.
However, now we know this is not, her bonuses and endorsements are not included. However, social media has been buzzing about this because they're looking at the difference between the pay scale difference between WNBA players as well as, versus NBA players. And my 3 reasons why I think, well, I know these are 3 reasons. I don't know the others, but 3 reasons is because you got to get butts in the seat, for one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, where my notes? Number 2, the seasons are shorter than the NBA, and viewership, sponsorships, they don't get the same sponsorships as NBA players. And well, as I was doing my research, I was so amazed because it's 2024. The lowest paid player in the WNBA is Mercury's Kayla Davis. She has the 151st ranked salary. This young lady makes $1,677. And she is among 7 other players that they make lower than $10,000 in the WNBA in 2024. That's crazy to me. Do you think with all the buzz of women's basketball doing March Madness and the NCAA Women's Championship game that there will be coming a change in the WNBA?
That is a great question. And I feel like it get asked every year too, because I feel like it get asked every year because women's basketball is evolving. It is, but it seems like the situation with the W just always been kind of at a standstill, But I think this year, with the fact you have the Caitlin Clarks, Angel Reese's, Camila Cardoso, you have those players, amazing players that put people in front of their TVs for college basketball. I'm pretty sure they will continue to watch them in the W, and that will contribute to a change. It's been a long time. I remember when I first learned about that, I was in like middle school, and it's kind of discouraging. It is. And it's just like, we have all these amazing players, and a lot of them don't even get on teams sometimes just because the W is so small.
It's so small, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've known about it since the inception of, I was here. I was in my 20s when the inception of the WNBA, and everybody was excited because it was new. It was novice. It was a novice thing, and we never had a women's professional team in America, so it was great to have at that time. But it's still, It's expanding. I think things are getting better. I think this WNBA draft team class will be one of the this is going to be the top class of them all right now. And one reason, because you mentioned, and don't get me wrong, it was some amazing women that came through the WNBA draft many years. It's different this year because of the NIL deals, the endorsement that Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Cordosa, some of these ladies have been getting, and it's moving over because now people are recognizing them, from different things. And I think this would just be, I think this is gonna be different. Looks like Chicago, I'm a Chicago sports fan.
Yeah.
And Chicago Sky, we got Cordosa and Angel. Last night, I'm hearing that the tickets are flying. So it's selling out. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing to see. I'm glad to hear that information. But do you believe this will be one of the most lucrative WNBA classes that's been out so far?
Yeah, I said that before the draft even happened. I said that when they released the names on the draft board. Like, this probably, in my opinion, one of the best classes I've ever seen coming out of college basketball. Last year was a great Last year was a great class as well, but this class kind of was the reason why, kind of was the reason why so many people probably started watching women's basketball. Like, so I'm excited to see it. I'm not gonna lie. This gonna be
I am too, and I'm praying that there'll be more expansions with teams. I think they're working on trying to get another team in Vegas. No, not Vegas.
I was about to say they already got one.
No, not Vegas. I forgot. It's dealing with Seth. I think Golden State is around that area somewhere.
Probably in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I think he's involved. I was reading something last night, so I hope it does. And I forgot to say this. If Gigi and Kobe hadn't passed away, Gigi would have been playing with UConn. This would have been her freshman year. So y'all were playing against her. But if Kobe had been here, I think things would have been moved because he was going to try to make things move for his daughter. And plus, I mean, he enjoyed women basketball. So I think he was going to really help make a change. So I think it's coming. I really, really do. So Maya, in wake of the NIL deals allowing college athletes to profit from their name, likeness, and image, there has been a surge in endorsement deals and opportunities for student athletes. However, Black female student athletes at HBCUs are not benefiting equally from this landscape, despite their talent, dedication, and impact on their community. Maya, why do you feel Black female athletes are not benefiting from NIL deals? I heard that why do you think they're not benefiting like their counterparts?
Because we don't get watched as much as our counterparts.
That makes sense.
And a lot of the businesses, especially, I could use Jackson as an example. I can count on one hand how many NIL deals I had here, with just the businesses in Jackson are surrounding people from JSU. And I feel like simply because they don't know, for real. You get what I'm saying? They don't know how it works. They're not educated on how it works. So I feel like some of them just better off, they just don't do it. And I can understand that. But it kind of sucks for the athlete.
Yeah.
Because, we putting on for the city, we putting on for the university. I can't just survive off this school check. NILs would be nice. But what I can say is, since my year been up, I had a great year. They started coming. But it just sucks. Overall, it kind of just sucks. And I wish it would be better. I have full faith that it will be better. And I feel like the best way to make it better is to just educate. That's it. Yeah. Just be knowledgeable.
Okay, so you may have kind of answered the next question. What do you think we need to do to shift the scales? So educate them, get the people out. We need to get more viewership on TV. What else do you think maybe?
Really, that's pretty much it for real.
Yeah.
I feel like once they're knowledgeable about how it works and where their money is going, it should be smooth sailing. Because I feel like that's probably one of the main issues. They don't know where their money is going.
That's true.
They don't know, so they'd rather just give to the school rather than just giving to specific athletes or like specific teams. So that's completely understandable. That's the safe way.
Yeah.
But sometimes that money don't go to the athletes. So.
That's true. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But right, it sometimes it does not go to the athletes, and we need to work on that. We need to be fair. If we're gonna do this NIL deal, then we need to do the NIL deal and do it right. I have my ifs and buts about it, and I'm not gonna even talk about it on this show because I've talked about it 1,000 times. However, I totally agree. We need to educate people more and just get the, and I guess with social media, you guys have such an advantage than we were when we were in school. We were in school because you can do so much to get yourself out there, to just brand yourself. And I know, sometimes you're working on getting the agent and stuff, so I know that stuff is coming where you'll, have the opportunity to get those things done. But that's gonna play a major part as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maya, last question. Coach Reed, tell me what Coach Tamika Reed means to you as a coach, and just as a Black woman in the sports industry. What does she mean to you?
Well, Coach Reed was my first Black woman coach.
Really?
Yeah, that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
It speaks volumes.
That speaks volumes. Throughout my whole career, she was my first Black woman coach ever.
Wow.
So maybe it took for me to go to a woman coach for me to, but Coach Reed, me and Coach Reed have a special type of relationship. And I only have that relationship with like one of my other coaches, which is my AAU coach. I know that I can always call Coach Reed when I'm going through something or when I need something. But for the most part, she kept me in line. So she helped me become this woman that I am today within 3 years of being at this university.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't the easiest to deal with when I first got here. We definitely bumped heads. I don't know if nobody knew that. We bumped heads for sure, but we bumped heads because she was trying to help me grow up when I wasn't ready to. I wasn't ready to be uncomfortable, but she made me uncomfortable, and that made me better. So I really thank her. I just was with her yesterday. She almost cried, because that was our last little day, but I truly do thank her for being that second woman figure in my life other than my mom. So yeah, I love Coach Reed.
She loved y'all. She loved y'all. We're pretty good friends, and she's been on the show about 2 or 3 times, but she loved her girls, and she will go to the end of the earth for y'all. She really, really want the best for y'all. And that's the way, it's great to have somebody who, like you said, second mom, and who has your back, and just don't, they don't have your back when you're doing wrong, but they try, they help you get back on course, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Maya, thank you so much for joining me today. But before we go, I play a game called What You Know. And it's just trivia. And because we talked about the WNBA, it's mainly WNBA trivia. And if you don't know it, it's okay. It's okay. We're just having fun and learning together. You probably don't know this because you probably was still with Jesus.
Lord.
What year was the WNBA established?
Yeah. With Jesus.
He was with Jesus.
It was in like 1996. Okay, boom. I was gonna say 97. See, I was
close. You was close.
Yeah.
How many teams did the WNBA start with?
Is it a double digit or a single digit?
Single.
8.
Very good. That was it. Yeah. Who was the first basket scored by in WNBA history?
I don't know that one.
Lisa Leslie. That was my girl.
I should have just threw out a guess because I
Yeah,
almost.
you're having fun. Just throw out a guess. Yeah. What's the league's regular season? What does it run to?
Say that again.
What's the league's regular season run to? Like,
how many games?
Yeah, how many months does it run? From what to what?
It's short. It's like 3 months, 3-4 months.
When does it start and when does it end?
Season about to start soon, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say August.
When
No,
does it
season
start?
in September.
It starts in May and ends in September. You was close. You said it's about to start.
I knew I was gonna because I know training camp is in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, it starts in May. September. And I think that's kind of part of the issue because in May we're starting NBA playoffs.
I was just about to say that the seasons just overlap.
Yeah, it overlaps, and then baseball, which I don't care nothing about that, but I mean, and I know I got to do better. Who are the 2 teams that hold the records for the most championships?
I know one is the Houston Comets.
Correct. Another one is up north where Prince is from. Prince was from this state.
Up north. I almost said Connecticut. Yeah, I know. He not from Connecticut.
Minnesota Lynx. So Houston comes from Minnesota Lynx.
He is from Minnesota.
Yeah. What number was Angel Reese drafted in the WNBA?
She went number 3. No, Camilla did. 7.
7. Yep.
7. Yeah.
Well, we mentioned this earlier. What number was Angel Jackson drafted in the WNBA?
32. 36.
36. What team was Camila Cardoso drafted to?
Chicago Sky.
What team was Caitlin Clark drafted to?
Indiana Fever.
Last but not least, who is Caitlin Clark's new teammate with Indiana Fever and was the number 1 draft pick in the WNBA last year?
Aaliyah Boston. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maya, for joining the show. Please tell the listeners how they can follow you on social media.
How y'all doing? It's Miya Crump. But you can follow me on Instagram at EasyRook, EazyRook. You should search it and my name should pop up as Maya C. I also have a Twitter. I go by the same name, EazyRook, EazyRook. And I have a TikTok. Same name, EazyRook.
And that's Maya, Miya.
Yes, ma'am, Miya.
Crump, CRUMP. And
Yeah,
guys, you can follow me on She Say Sports on Facebook, She Say Sports 23 on Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube page, She Say Sports. Well, that's my show for today. Until next time, this is Sonia with She Say Sports.